Christ is in our midst. All right, so I was supposed to go to court today. Remember that? Well, guess what? Didn't happen. We were supposed to get between 6 and 12 inches of snow. Do you know how many inches of snow we got? 1. And they still closed the court. So I have no idea what's going on. And, at least I didn't waste a trip over there. That's good. But can you imagine for the people who are waiting there for their cases to come out, the people who are waiting to be sentenced, what that must do to you in your spirit to be all hyped up for it and to be nervous and scared. And I mean, my friend was so nervous and scared he could barely even speak. And now it's still hanging over his head because nobody knows when they're going to reschedule, because of course they already have a full schedule for today and tomorrow and the next day, so it could be weeks. And I suppose there's not really any way around that, but it's just horrifying. And what I'm like super extra bonus size horrified about is, wouldn't you think that you could go onto some kind of municipal website and find out if the courts are closed due to snow? I understand that they can't have the precise docket every day for privacy concerns in some cases and because things change, and that's fine. But I want to be able to go to Google and go, Trenton Court of Common Pleas or whatever it's called, and have it pop up. The only reason that I didn't waste a drive over there is because my friend, who may be going to jail, texted me. Because even in the midst of all this, he's being considerate to me. God bless him. So it's just... So if anybody is listening to this ever that is in any way involved in criminal justice in whatever state, please get your website together. Because Pennsylvania, it's the same thing. I can barely find out the information I needed. And you want to hear something really scary just while I'm ranting and raving like a lunatic? Why not? If you're going to rant like a lunatic. The courthouse in Bucks County. There is no, master map of it anywhere. And there's no chart where you can go and you can say, okay, courtroom 5, that's Judge, Brown. Courtroom 4, that's Judge who's-he-what's-he, herp-a-derp. None of that. So, do you remember about 6 months ago when I testified at somebody's sentencing hearing in the Bucks County courthouse? Beautiful building, beautiful courthouse, fascinating experience, crappy logistics. I was an hour early, and the only reason that I found the courtroom that I needed to go is because I walked into the judge's office by mistake. It's like, don't arrest me! That's the only reason. Sometimes, if you know anybody who is in prison, they're gonna kvetch to you about things like this. You're gonna hear them say things like, well, nobody ever tells me anything. People are always promising and never delivering. This state is so much red tape and they're so inefficient. And as much as a lot of prisoners can be deceptive in many other ways, they're not lying about this. This is ridiculous. I may be smiling right now, but this is my kind of ticked off smile, because it's just like, if you want to get people to obey the law, this is not how you do it, guys. It's like, should I really have to say this? Should I have to go on YouTube and do a rant about this? No. But, anyway. What else? Oh, yeah. Let's drive the point home a little bit more. So, I have a friend, another friend. I have dozens of friends in prison, right? Who has been keeping up with me, writing letters with me since he was sentenced and moved to a state facility, and I was hoping to visit him, and I sent him a Bible, and we've been, I've known the guy for like almost 2 years at this point. They move these inmates around the state without telling anybody, including the family. So, for example, his father who is in his 80s, his father had to drive from wherever the father lives, I don't even know, 3 hours to the prison that he thought his son was in, only to be told, oh no, we moved him 2 days ago to 3 hours in the opposite direction. And now, 2 days ago, do you know what they did? They moved him a third time. Which means that my postcards, my letters, and the book that I sent him that are like floating in limbo now, they may get returned to me. They may get thrown in the trash. I have no idea if he's ever going to get any of these things. So it's frustrating for me, but this is not about me. It's frustrating for the inmates. And you see, this is a lot of the reason why when people are confined like that, why they go nuts. Okay? Someone at my church works in the nurse's office at the prison where I go, the county jail, my home jail. Okay? 75% of their inmates are on psychiatric medication. Now, it's not all because of that. A lot of times there's people who have, chemical dependencies, also have psychiatric illnesses. They have, they're alcoholics. They have post-traumatic stress disorder. They may have schizophrenia. But it doesn't help. It doesn't help. So I found that very illuminating. I mean, I knew that it was bad, but I didn't realize it was 75%. But anyway, they call it the Thorazine shuffle. Thorazine is like the tranquilizer of choice in prisons. So when you're doped up on Thorazine, you're kind of like, almost like you're sleepwalking. I see it all the time. Anyway, why did I even bring that up? Well, just because it's disheartening, and it's very easy for me to see how fights happen. When you're on edge all the time, you don't know who you can trust, but yet you're around all these people every day, and you can't trust any of them. So you have no privacy and no trust. I mean, it's a mess. It's a real mess. So glory to God that our prison system is not worse than it is. But, it's just enough to make you go insane. And if you have, in the U.S., if you're sentenced for something like, let's say, aggravated assault, okay, you have a minimum sentence, you have a maximum sentence, and then you have sentencing requirements, or sometimes they'll call them parole requirements, which means, let's say that your crime, and I'm just pulling these numbers out of the air, let's say that your crime has a minimum sentence of 18 months, and it has a maximum of 10 years, whatever the crime is. Okay. But in order to get parole, you have to complete 4 different programs, like, for example, AA, anger management, codependency, what else they do. There's a waiting list for those classes. Did you know that? I'm very ashamed to say that I didn't actually even think about that until I got a letter from somebody who was lamenting the fact that he was like, yeah, I might be stuck here for 2 additional years because I have to take these classes in sequence, and they're full. So that just knocked me on my butt. I told my husband, and he wasn't surprised, but I was just... And I love how I'm like a fount of just ranting tonight. Whatever. If you're in a fight, not only do you get thrown in the hole, which is solitary confinement, by the way, not only do you get thrown in the hole, but you get demerits against your privileges, okay? And also, in PA, you get bumped up to your maximum for 1 fight. If you do not beat the misconduct charge. So that means that I have guys who come in and I see them with black eyes, bloody lips, whatever, and it's because they got sucker punched and they had to just curl up into a ball on the floor and take it so that they didn't get their maximum sentence. Because a lot of times what will happen, and this makes me nauseous to think about it, is if you have, let's say, 2 guys sharing a cell, one of them is getting out in 6 weeks. The other one is maybe still having his trial, but he's up for a life sentence for murder. Okay? What happens a lot is, if somebody who's facing serious time finds out that you're getting out soon, you know what they're going to do? They're going to try to start a fight with you so that you don't get out. Can you believe that? I mean, who even does this stuff? Obviously, a lot of people do. But it's just the most evil. It's, evil upon evil upon evil. Prisons are full of demons. I know most of you probably don't believe in demons. You're gonna. They're all over the place. And they're all over the prison. I can absolutely promise you that. I've seen them with my eyes. You get that, right? I have actually seen them. And I'm not the only person by far. So, if you feel so led to just pray with me about that. It's just, we really have to get the gospel in there in a serious way. And we really have to just try to bring in the light of Christ as much as possible, because you don't know until you start going in there, either as a volunteer or especially if you've ever been an inmate. You have no idea the depth of depravity that is just daily life there. Anyway, So I don't know when I'm going to court for my buddy. I don't know if I should be relieved for him. I don't know if I should be sorry for him. I'm kind of just doing this right now. And praying the Akasvis to the icon of the Mother of God, the Theotokos of the Inexhaustible Cup, which is specifically against drunkenness and substance abuse. So maybe I'll post a link to that or something. Anyway, I'm going to stop screaming and yelling and flailing my fists, and I'm going to eat my shredded wheat, which is getting soggy. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you're having a better morning than I am. Please do hit like on this video. This is the best way to help my channel grow a little bit and just to help spread the word, spread some encouragement. So please do subscribe, hit like, hit share. That would be really awesome. And as always, if you want to send me a message, I will do my best to get back to you. I love comments too, but again, don't be offended if I don't reply, because I do get lost in the sauce sometimes. So if it's something really important, message me, because I get those in my email. Anyway, God bless you all. Pray for me. I'll pray for you. And I will see you later. Bye.